It's alive. Don't fuck with my freedom. Can get to the
You ready?
Yeah, give me 1 second. I'm just making sure I tweet it properly. You can go back. Get people on. Chip.
Charbel is in the room.
Charbel.
Sushi Master.
Sushi.
How are you doing, Charbel? How do we sound? How do we look?
We
is
look good,
everything
baby.
We're just working it all out at the moment. But yeah, we did it last week. We did doing it.
Really laggy.
It's really laggy. Okay. Sound wise or visual wise or both?
Really laggy.
Audio is okay. Video is a bit laggy. Okay. We're recording this separately as well, so okay, visual is shit. It's just clunky, is it? I don't. Yeah, we look a bit. Don't know what to do about that. Are you able to move the router like closer to here at all? Like just in your room? I don't know. No. Like 5 frames per second. Stop starting.
Shit.
It seemed okay last week, didn't it? Got 8 people in the room.
Hello, 8 people in the room.
It's getting better. Sound and visual work fine, just slow. Okay, well, as long as the audio is okay, I guess for now.
Hey, if you can hear us, then you can hear us.
Yeah. We're gonna just go along with the show. We're still working all this out, but we are recording it separately, so there should be a non-laggy feed up later if you want to watch it. Charbel, I wouldn't worry too much about SummerSlam tickets. They're gonna drop. It's wait till the day. I'd say that's what I'm doing.
I think it's getting better, is what they're saying.
Yeah. Okay. Right. So I'm going to press record on my other device.
Yeah. Do it.
And go.
All right. I'm going to click record on mine. We got people watching. Wow. Hello, everybody. Welcome to our YouTube.
Let's tell me when to go. Like I want to just start the shows. You know.
Go. Hello.
Hello.
Braden Harrington here with Davey Portman for upNXT, postwrestling.com. You can follow us every Thursday. We review NXT, iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play, Apple Podcasts,
Spotify, Podcast Addict,
wow,
YouTube, wow. You name it, we got it.
Sometimes I just Google myself to see what other podcasting apps we show up on.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, it's fun. You ever Google yourself?
Google yourself? Yeah. Do you ever search for your name on Twitter?
Oh, no, I don't do that. That's
you terrible. Google me. I'm on IMDb.
Oh, what does it say?
I mean, there are some films I have done. There are some I definitely haven't done. Oh. But you know what? I'm not gonna dispute that. It looks better.
I know that when I Google myself, it pops up like all the NXT podcasts. And I did an interview with like Kelly like years ago.
Oh, with the sticky calendar.
That always pops up when you Google myself. I Google myself all the time.
I'm Googling myself now.
I'm Googling myself.
Right. Okay. David Portman. IMDb. Here we go.
Your name's so basic though, isn't it?
Fuck you.
Like David Portman. That's you don't even have the picture on
David
IMDb.
Portman is an actor known for Coffee Sex You from 2014, Brash Young Turks from 2016,
great,
and a short film about love and affection from 2012.
We haven't reviewed these.
Guess which one of those films I'm not in?
It's Coffee Sex You.
You got it. Yeah. Apparently, I played a paramedic.
Wow.
In 2014.
Wow.
Yeah.
I wouldn't trust you as a paramedic.
Why not? Because I don't have any training in that field. I mean, yeah, that's fair to say, I think.
Well, how are you, friend? How you doing?
I'm pretty good.
We had a crazy Sunday. We went to our friend Matt Ross' rooftop pool in the Distillery District in Toronto.
on like the nicest day ever.
So we go there. We're drinking some cans. We're eating some pizza. And then we went to Rebel, which is like the biggest like club here, and they did Churches, which we saw last year, literally a year ago.
Yeah.
We now brought friends to see Churches, and it was pretty great. I thought they killed it.
I really enjoyed it, and our friends who went, because we basically had spare tickets.
Yeah.
They didn't really know Churches at all.
No.
And I feel like they all really enjoyed
into it. Yeah. No, we went to Churches, and I know like they had like beef with Marshmello, Chris Brown, so they didn't do that new song, but I'm like, it's fine. And they did a lot of the songs, but I feel like they're a band that you ever see a concert and like they're better live than maybe than their actual album. Usually it's the opposite. Usually you hear an artist and they kind of suck live.
Yeah.
But I feel like it's the opposite. I feel like they kind of fill. Even one of a friend of yours from Norway, was it, that joined us?
Yeah.
This girl from Norway I was hanging out with, and she was telling me like, hey, they sounded better like with a full like band than when I've listened to them in my earphones.
Well, they added the drums like a year ago, like live drums rather than just track. And then it sounds like it's got like this rockier edge. It's hard to like. I find it hard to describe what their music actually is. I dig it though.
But then we had some friends that didn't come to Churches because they chose on the same night in Toronto, Blink-182 was playing down the road. So a bunch of people in Toronto went to that. Now, I'm a huge Blink-182 fan. I wouldn't call that Blink-182. They're calling it the Enema of the State 20 years anniversary or whatever of that album. But Tom DeLonge, the lead singer of the band, is not in Blink-182 at the moment. Travis Barker and Mark Hoppus, the other two members, originally, when Tom left the band years ago, created a new band, Plus 44.
Right.
That's technically the band everyone paid to go see. No one got in a fight, though, at the Toronto Blink-182 show. Not that I'm aware of. We didn't get in a fight at our concert.
I wouldn't remember if I did.
I think you could take Enzo Amore
at
a fight. Did you see the video of?
There's a video up now.
So Enzo,
I've not seen the video. I've seen the tweets.
Enzo posted a video, but it looks like it's not the whole thing.
Okay.
Kind of thing. Joey Janela states that he got a little too drunk, and jokingly said, "Hey, I heard Enzo Amore is here. That would be funny." And as the concert was leaving, he saw Enzo, so then took his moment to like talk to him, but he was kind of doing it in a trolly Joey Janela way.
Right.
And next thing you know, there's some sort of scrap. Enzo did punch him in the face.
Okay.
And they did. I don't know. It's so interesting.
I think he's pathetic.
It's so
pathetic.
It's so strange. It's so weird. Wrestling's just weird. Like two wrestlers. I mean, is Enzo a wrestler? Can we call him a wrestler? No, right? Like he's not a wrestler.
He's nothing.
I guess
he's an attention seeker. I don't know.
Yeah, he does seem like that. So I mean, I'm sure they enjoy. Also, it's a Blink-182 concert. It's not like Slayer. It's not like some like. It's nothing that gets you riled up.
Yeah,
you're hearing like teen like anthems essentially.
Yeah.
But like what?
Yeah.
What are you fighting about? It's just interesting that was a headline.
Yeah.
That we saw. Like biggest news story of 2019: Joey Janela and Enzo Amore getting a fight.
But yeah, I have no regrets of my choice to go to Churches.
Yeah, we chose Churches. See, now you just need to wait for Tom DeLonge to join the band again and then go see them.
They'll do another tour.
Of course they will. I just find it's blasphemous to do an album that the guy pretty much wrote, sang all the songs, and then is not there. That's like Elvis Presley is gonna do an anniversary tour, but he's not gonna be there.
Yeah.
So it was karaoke. It looked like to me. It looked like a lot of fun.
I'm sure it's fun. Like I'm sure we'd have had a great time if we did go. I'm super happy we went to Churches. Have you had a specific song stuck in your head since then?
I like the song Graffiti
by
Churches. Everyone should go look it up. But Clearest Blue Live is the one that got everyone jumping.
Yeah, that's the best one.
Yeah, I thought so.
I've had Never Say Die stuck in my head. That's what they closed with in the encore. And it was one I wasn't as familiar with, but that's been in my head since then. My one complaint, I wanted more. I wanted like another half an hour, I think. They could have done a few more songs, but pretty much every song they did was a big one.
Yeah. No, I enjoy it. I don't have any tickets for my friend Cameron has tickets to Kiss, and I'm trying to convince him to go. He also has tickets to Iron Maiden, but it's the same. It's SummerSlam weekend, so I'm like, yeah, I wouldn't mind going to see Iron Maiden, but
there's so much going on that weekend.
Yeah, and I know that I think Ja Rule is playing on my birthday in Toronto, so someone take me to Ja Rule because that would be fun. Now I know that I want to talk about Stranger Things. But you haven't watched it.
I've seen 5 episodes.
Oh, you've watched
I'm
some.
Halfway through, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but I'm watching it with my girlfriend.
Yeah,
so
everybody understand this. David's become what you fear,
careful now.
What you fear most. You've become the guy who waits to watch things with his girlfriend.
I don't like binging those series.
Oh, I didn't binge it. I spread it nicely.
I need to spread it. I'm not a fan, to be honest, of this just dumping 10 episodes in one go. I said this before. I said this when we did the Game of Thrones show. I'm gonna miss having something to get excited about.
Sure.
Because I know people who watch the whole thing in a day.
Yeah, I didn't.
And it's been over a year since the last Stranger Things came out.
Right.
So if you're waiting another year and a half, 2 years maybe for another Stranger Things, I don't know.
True. No, I know a lot of my friends were like, "What? You haven't watched it? I already watched it. I watched it in one day." I was like, "Oh man, it's like I want to enjoy it.
Yeah.
It's like I want to spread this out." So I would watch like one here, one there. I guess we won't get into spoilers, but I think this season is just like my favorite ever, of any show. Steve Harrington is God. Steve Harrington, no relation to Braden Harrington. He's the greatest. Like, I don't think I've ever had a man crush on one who like Steve Harrington. He's the best. I think I like Stranger Things. I don't watch a lot of TV shows. You watch like Game of Thrones, and more so I'm like movies and stuff. I watch a lot of wrestling and I watch a lot of movies. It's hard for me to. I'll watch a season of a show and then I'm out. I drop out. I'm like, nah, I'm done. The only show I like finished was Breaking Bad.
Yeah,
and I really love Breaking Bad. I would say season 3 of Stranger Things is like my favorite condensed of a TV show, that I think I might even like it more than the Breaking Bad. The characters are just so out there. There's references. Have you seen I guess you're not there yet. There's references to like every 80s movie. There's Terminator. There's Halloween 2. There's an episode that's literally Halloween 2.
Oh, I've seen that one. Yeah.
Even the logo is the Haddonfield Hospital logo from Halloween in Stranger Things. There's this little things everywhere. It's just so fantastic. Go watch it on Netflix. It's crazy. What a smart thing though to put out on, like, Netflix is going to take over TV.
Oh yeah. I think it's now cable's going to die.
We're millennials. We don't have cable in the BD.
I haven't had a TV subscription, like a traditional one, since I was in like first year of uni.
Sure.
Exactly. Which we're talking like 2008. So 11 years ago since I had a traditional TV. My mum still like has traditional stuff, but she's like cut down.
Yeah, my mom too.
There are so many, like Disney's releasing their own thing. You have Amazon Prime, you have Hulu, you have Crave over here.
There's too many. There's going to be too many next year.
Well, that's going to be the thing. But
it's going to make people pirate again.
I don't think so.
I think it will,
because you can have you can share with like three or 5 people. So it's going to be.
I think that if you take like, people love that Office, people love Friends. NBC's pulling it, right?
Yeah.
To put on their own thing, and then Disney's pulling their stuff to put on their own thing. It's like, look how many already I have to pay just to watch some movies.
But still, you subscribe to 6 things. It's still less than a cable package.
Sure.
You subscribe to 6 things. You're talking $60 to have all of that, or you select, because there's no commitment. You go, I'm going to watch Netflix for a month, and then I'm going to, Disney's dropping the new Marvel series. I'm going to watch that next month. And
see, Disney is smart because they're like, look, we're already going to tell you we're creating new shows and stuff. So that makes people eager to subscribe. But I feel like you're still going to get a lot of pirate after the fact.
Pirate's always going to be a thing.
I think it's going to make a little comeback. Like piracy kind of went a little trickle down after the past few years. Remember, the thing was always people would download movies and then you'd share your downloaded movies.
Yeah,
that kind of went away when streaming went here. But now you're gonna have to start paying for more things. No, people are gonna start putting the Kyrie pirate hat on and start going the pirate bit.
Have you heard of the WWE Network life hack that's been going on?
No, what is that?
So they're offering people that have cancelled their subscription 3 months for 99 cents. So everyone's canceling, waiting for the email and hopping back on.
What? What is this?
Which, to be honest, this is a good time to do it because you can get that then for like SummerSlam.
What?
Yeah.
So they want you to come back.
They want you to come back.
That's what like the music subscriptions do. They give you like 3 months for free or whatever.
That's what gyms do as well. Like you leave your
Yeah.
gym and they're like, "Hey, come back."
Wow. So that's crazy.
Mm.
You can get 3 months
For 99 cents.
because they really want you to. Because it's all those people who quit from the Saudi shows.
Yeah. Or just from Raw this week.
Yeah. The Street Profits are just chilling on Raw
Chilling on Raw.
for no reason. They're good on a mic. They're fine. Just like why?
I think
Why are
2
they
weeks
here?
in, it's fine. It's how long are they going to do this, and are they just waiting for them to lose titles and then
Yeah.
put them there properly?
It's so weird.
Having watched this week's NXT, I'm really excited to see them mix. There are great tag teams on the main roster.
Sure.
And I feel like they're starting to maybe put a bit more focus on them.
Yes.
I think they'd be fantastic in that mix.
It's just weird. I feel like just I've been watching main roster here and there. I've been skipping through a bunch because it's interesting once they said Paul Heyman and Eric Bischoff. Like that's interesting to me. But so far it hasn't been anything that's like super
Did
stellar.
you see the Kevin Owens thing?
Yes, I did.
I thought
see
that was brilliant.
I really like that. Kevin Owens telling the crowd that Apollo Crews deserves more. That was it Kyrie or is it Asuka deserves
Liv
more?
Morgan.
Liv Morgan. I don't know about that one, but I like when wrestlers do that. It's just so confusing because you got the Undertaker's fighting Shane, I think, and then Kevin Owens wants to fight Shane. Everyone wants to fight Shane.
Cedric Alexander.
Everyone wants to fight Shane. I don't understand.
He's the best in the world.
I guess. Yeah, he's not a character I'm super into.
I've been enjoying his heel work. I just feel you're right. There's too many. Wait, Kevin Owens, are you feuding with Shane? Are you feuding with Dolph? Like Roman's feuding with?
I will say
you are right. There's too many
cooks in the main roster. Yeah. I will say that because he's been in NXT. He's been a huge thing in NXT. Aleister Black, not really making his debut on the main roster until this week. Now it's going to happen. Yeah. He's going to have his quote-unquote debut, his new match, the one who knocks Cesaro, which is pretty cool, which is smart booking in my opinion. So that's actually
I think they could have a killer match.
Yeah. Aleister Black should not be like, he should be a star.
Yeah.
They must royally fuck that up to really fuck it up. Like, how do you fuck that up? And I'm scared they will fuck it up.
Well, they're either going to go...
I watched the Cesaro thing with him. I don't like where he sits down and he's like... He's getting all like...
Oh,
flustered.
Black?
Yeah.
Oh, it's been super lame.
I'm like, why are you so lame? Like, you're cool. You're literally probably the coolest dude in the locker room. Just line the wrestlers up and you would look at him and go, that guy looks scary. That guy looks cool. And they've managed to already make me go, he's a dweeb. He's a loser.
I agree.
So I hope they don't ruin that on the main roster. I will be watching that strictly because I want to see, like, that's the match. I'm like, yeah.
It's going to go one of two ways. You're either going to have a really competitive match that goes 50-50 and Black wins.
Right.
Or you're going to have Black come in, Black mass him, kill him, pin him straight away.
Yeah, I guess so. I would like to see him have a good match.
I'd like a good match.
I want to see him beat him as well. He needs to win. I feel like he's a future WWE champion. Aleister Black. He should be. Just remember when he came back in Full Sail, when he busted down the doors and
it's one of the greatest moments.
Kicking motherfuckers in the head and everything. Like, that shit was crazy. And they take that away from me. That's terrible. So that's what's going on, I guess, on the main roster. We also are doing a show.
Yes.
This Saturday, not the Sunday, the Saturday on the WWE Network. They're airing the Evolve. Is it the 10th anniversary? The Evolve show, headlined, NXT title on the line, Adam Cole versus Akira Tozawa. And then we also have Matt Riddle versus Drew Gulak. Drew Gulak's doing double duty this weekend.
Drew Gulak's all over the place.
Same with Oni Lorcan. Oni Lorcan on 205 against Davari having a crazy. Did you see this?
No.
You don't do your 205 in a 205 anymore. But
days.
This match was crazy. This was like 20 minutes of them just beating the hell out of each other. There was like a suplex to the outside onto like a stack of chairs. It was crazy. Check out.
I find
Oni
with
Lorcan.
205, same with WWE UK, NXT UK.
Right.
it'll be when I've got like a couple of hours and I'm not really doing anything. I'm maybe going to clean my room up a bit.
Right.
And I'm like, what should I put on? Let's put on some wrestling. And I'll put on 205. And I enjoy it pretty much every time I watch it. They've always got great matches.
Yeah.
Just not enough to make me care, like to keep coming back.
Yeah.
I am pleased Drew Gulak's champion.
Yes.
I think he's great.
I think he's pretty good. I think he's pretty good. And I really want to see the Catch Point reunion versus Matt Riddle on Saturday to go head to head with AEW.
Yeah.
They're going head to head.
I'm a WWE guy. I'm an Evolve guy. AEW sucks.
Wow.
Like, yeah, there's those other guys doing that show, but the main event is us two on Saturday night.
Okay, so John Way will be doing a podcast Saturday night. They will be covering the AEW, is it Fight for the Fallen?
Yeah.
And we will be doing the Evolve show. The podcast Saturday Night Wars starts. They commence this Saturday.
I might have to call in sick for work on Sunday because there's G1 as well. I'll need to catch up on.
Yeah.
I do want to watch the AEW show. I am joking about that. I do want to watch it. I am enjoying that.
You care about gun control.
I care about gun control, yeah. And obviously the Evolve show. It's a busy time for wrestling.
Yeah, wrestling's crazy this summer. I watched the G1 show. I love Will Ospreay. He should win the tournament.
I was surprised because I wasn't expecting much from that. I mean, you always expect much from Will Ospreay, but Lance Archer, I was like,
yeah.
I really enjoyed that.
I'm not a huge Lance Archer fan, but even that match was really
I loved the Zack Sabre Jr. Sonata match.
That was good too. I love Okada. Okada should win the G1 as champion.
And pick his opponent.
Yeah.
I could maybe see that as a swerve, like not a swerve, but just I think everyone expects Naito to win.
My friend Shane just got back from Japan, and I asked him for Strong Zeros. He did not bring me Strong Zeros. Instead, he brought me the G1 magazine.
Okay.
All in Japanese. And he's like, you won't be able to read it, but it looks really cool. I was like, cool, thank you very much.
Are there pictures?
There's Okada's on the cover.
Nice.
So I was like, I love Okada. I'll frame it. So I also I've been seeing people saying that Okada should win, but going back to the AEW thing, have you heard about the librarian?
They're pushing it even harder now.
Yeah. Do you know why? There's someone has I'm blanking on what I'm calling it. Like,
isn't it basically like a metaphor for WWE or something? Like
someone says
just the not listening to the fans and just
someone said that
it's
like all that because it's this shh.
Yeah.
And that when they do the shh, the lights will go out and it'll come back on and it'll be Marty Scurll snapping the fingers because he always does the shh. But I'm like, that's a stretch. But it's just funny that on BTE they mentioned that no one likes the librarian, and now they're pushing it like mega push. So I bet it'll be really funny to see. I think it's on the open air though.
Right.
But we won't know because we'll be watching Evolve.
Yeah.
With real wrestling. Evolve, real wrestling. That card looks crazy. So look for us Saturday night on that, and we'll be talking about because there's a lot of wrestlers we don't even know that we're gonna watch.
Yeah, I'm excited.
That's kind of like the fun part, like because those guys are gonna try to destroy.
I always love watching shows like this and having someone new where you're like, who is that guy? I want to see more of them.
Yeah, that's what they're gonna hit.
Had that with some of the women in the previous AEW shows that we've seen. I've come out of it going like, wow, never heard of that person before, and they're awesome.
Yeah, I am excited, and it's interesting to see Will Ospreay's missus, Bea Priestley. She's debuting, I believe, this weekend, and
sweet.
I think she's a person to watch as well. She's really good. Okay, well, I guess that's the chat around what's going on. There's a lot of wrestling this summer.
We do need to plug our show.
We do need to plug our show.
We are doing a show August 10th.
Oh yeah.
Before Takeover Toronto 2.
Oh boy.
It's at Wide Open on Spadina and Richmond, just a short walk away from the arena. Tickets are on sale at www.postwrestling.com/NXT tailgate.
If you're going to Takeover in Toronto, you gotta come. You gotta come hang out because there won't be any. You can go to sit in a regular bar and do nothing, or you can come hang out and you can watch Gargano versus Almas.
Yeah,
as we do a watch along.
We'll be doing a Q&A.
We're gonna do a live Q&A. You can ask me anything. Ask me anything you've ever wanted to ask my stupid head. You can do that. You can ask. No questions not allowed. And then we will have a Mario Kart tournament.
Yeah.
I know a few people are already claiming.
Yeah, I sent out an email,
Yeah.
and people are keen for it. I had a little tech run the other day as well.
Nice.
So everything's looking good.
All right.
It is a 21 plus bar.
Right.
So if you are under the age of 21, don't bring kids.
And yeah, see, the Mario Kart tournament's gonna be like Okada in the G1. I'm gonna win.
Okay. I think you're talking yourself up far too much, and you're only setting yourself up for failure. And it's going to be delightful.
I'm just trying to sell tickets, okay? I'm trying to sell tickets. Yeah, so come to that. That'll be fun. I'm actually looking forward to that. Our friend MJ from NJ.
MJ from NJ's coming.
Has decided he's coming to Toronto. Now, as soon as I said that, someone just bought a ticket. Someone has heard that, and they're like, I got to go. So
yeah, got MJ from NJ coming. Jesse from the 6 is coming.
Right.
Scrump is coming. WH is coming.
Exactly.
Who else may turn up on the day?
You know who we forgot to invite?
Who?
Dude, we forgot to invite John and Way.
Oh, they'll be too busy, won't they?
Maybe.
They haven't bought a ticket yet. Have you bought a ticket to theirs?
If they think they're getting a freebie, they can forget about it. They can forget about it. I need that 750 Canadian.
Yeah.
Okay. Times are hard. Podcasting is a tough sport. Okay, so everyone come to that. I'm super excited for that. I think I'm super more excited for that than Takeover. No, not really, but it'll be a lot of fun. So I'm looking forward to meeting any listeners. Come through, please. I can't wait. But now we can talk about this week's NXT. And let me just save this quickly. Everybody, who's everybody? Anybody on still watching us?
Yeah, who's still in the room? We've got 2 people now in the room.
That's okay.
That's okay. Charbel wants to know if we've already bought NXT tickets. Yes, we have, but yes. I believe Jesse from the 6 has a couple of spares that he's looking to get rid of. So hook up with Jesse from the 6 and he might be able to sort you out. Captain Englehorn said, please no Far From Home spoilers. That's okay, because we did our show last week. We are all Spider-Man'd out.
Oh, man, I got the greatest message. I'm blanking on your name, but you know who you are. He sent me a direct message on Twitter. My DMs are open, by the way. DMs are open, ladies. And he's like, hey, man, I love this show. I listen every week. I have not seen Spider-Man yet. I fell asleep listening to you guys. Woke up halfway through your Spider-Man talk and went, threw the headphones off. So he's like, I appreciate it, but I just couldn't listen.
I do that when watching like pay-per-views. So if there's a pay-per-view on when I'm working a close at work,
right,
I'll come back and put it on at like 4 a.m. and normally watch like a match, 2 matches, fall asleep, and wake up and it's like the end angle, and I'm like, no.
Yeah. No spoilers, I promise. I want to do Stranger Things spoilers, but I won't. I'll be good. Just Steve. Okay, let's talk about this week's episode of NXT from July 10th, 2019, Full Sail University. This is the moment I've been waiting for. I think everyone knows what I'm talking about. I'm here to talk about Io Shirai. She comes out. There's a new Titantron. It's black. It's got Io Shirai in white, in Japanese underneath. The new theme song for Io Shirai. It's like a bass track, but like with like trap drums, and like it's a heel song, if you ask me, right? It sounds like something that's like in the Matrix or something like that. And she comes out in an all black outfit, black top, black leather pants, and like the lights are all dark black, and there's like strobe lights everywhere, and she walks out just looking like a badass. What do you think of just this new visual here? Already they have established this is a brand new character.
I think they needed to change it up. Her music was babyface music.
Right.
She's ditched the mask as well.
Yes.
Be interested to see when she next wrestles, if she normally wears the red mask, right? Will she be coming out in a black mask?
100%.
No mask at all?
See, you know me. I wear black everywhere I go. I wear black every day. I already loved Io Shirai. Now I really love Io Shirai. It was 2 weeks ago when she turned on Candice LeRae inside the cage when she beat the hell out of her. And we saw at the end of that when she says, I don't need any friends. I don't need Kairi. And she yells in Japanese. Now, she comes here in Full Sail. The crowd in Full Sail is booing her. They are upset at the new side of Io Shirai we're seeing here. She gets into the ring. She has a microphone in her hand. But instead of talking, she just stands there and the crowd boos and they chant, Io sucks and all sorts of things because she is a bad guy. And she's just standing there rolling her eyes. Like, like you go into like a bar or a club and you see someone, you're like, hey, how about a drink? And they're like, no, because that happens to me a lot.
Right. Okay. I don't know what you're talking about.
That's what she looked like. She's just like, they're standing there, rolling her eyes, not doing anything. And then finally, the crowd kind of gives her a moment of the boos, the sea of boos in Full Sail. She raises the microphone to her mouth. And she says, I don't need any friends. I don't need any of you. Mic drop. And walks away. That's it.
The main problem I see with this heel turn is the actual ring work, because her moveset is so babyface.
Right.
Like, it's all the 619s, the moonsaults,
it's true.
All the flippy stuff. I will be interested to see if she changes that up at all, whether she still wrestles the same style.
I think so. So this made me go like, this was mind blowing for me. She dropped the mic. She also dropped my jaw to the floor when she came out. We have a Kairi cutout in our house. Someone, please, as soon as they release the heel Io Shirai cutout, I need the heel cutout, not the face one. Heel. Okay, cool. I'm already like more invested in this character than most characters.
Yeah.
Like it's a character I already enjoyed watching. I really liked her as a face. I think she's a good wrestler. Obviously, she's in developmental. There's things that need to be worked on. But instantly here, I'm like, oh, this is so cool. Like, you could show this to a non-wrestling fan. They'd be like, that chick looks badass. Like, this girl looks like she's going to whoop someone's ass. She comes out with the evil strobe lights. Like, it's a club in a Matrix movie, like I said. Like, it's just cool. Like, it's just a cool character. The visual itself is really great. I then, after this, went and watched some old Io Shirai. And, like, she's been a heel, like, before in Stardom and stuff like that. I watched her versus, I think it's Mayu. And this match was, like, incredible. Like, amazing. One of the best women's matches I've seen. So I think this is the right step. I think
it's important to differentiate her from Kairi.
Yes, and they have done that really well right now.
Yeah.
They didn't do it when she came in, that's for sure, because they paired them together. They were friends. It was like, cool, whatever. Then Kairi dips and she's left. That's exactly what if you just left me? What am I going to do? Well, I'm going to be a badass bitch. I'm going to put on some black leather pants and I'm going to kick someone's ass. That's what Io's going to do.
I also think this is really good for Candice LeRae.
Yes.
Since she's been there, her only program has been Gargano and Ciampa.
Sure.
And it's good that now she has something to get her teeth into.
Yeah.
That isn't like Aaliyah and Vanessa Bourne.
So WWE Japan, like their Twitter feed, they posted a video of Io Shirai after this,
right,
on their Twitter, and it's her looking at the camera outside Full Sail at night, and she just yells in Japanese. Now, I told you, I can watch her yell in Japanese all night long. It doesn't matter. I love that. But someone translated it.
Okay.
And someone was like, she says that Kairi left and she joined Asuka. They're a bunch of wimps. Shayna Baszler needs 2 lackeys and 2 little, stupid friends. They're weak. They're soft. I don't need friends. I'm going to do everything on my own from now on because I don't need anyone.
Good.
And I'm going to be the champion. So, that being said, heel Io Shirai is going to replace Shayna Baszler. Because Shayna's got to go. And Io Shirai is going to take over, I think, and be the real baddie here in NXT. And I am all for it. An evil Japanese woman yelling in Japanese in black leather pants. What is there not?
I think you've literally gone on about 10 minutes about.
What is there not to like about black leather pants?
Let's move on.
I honestly, I think this character is just gonna go really far. I really like it.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to. I hope they eventually have some sort of takeover match. because she's obviously not in the title picture right now.
Not reading ahead, what would you book for TakeOver Toronto? Women's title or not title?
Well, I'd like to see 2 women's matches, but I just don't think you're going to get that because they're pretty strict with the 5-match card. I would love to see Candice v Io, and obviously from last week it's Shayna versus Mia Yim. I'm more interested in Candice versus Io. I just feel maybe that's going to be held off till Survivor Series weekend, which is a long time away. So it's probably just going to be blown off on TV.
They've been pushing Mia Yim as this contender for Shayna, and like she's getting better and better. But Io Shirai just came back as a heel, and I'm already like she should be the one. Like she should be the main focus of the women's division. Right, I mean,
part of me kind of hopes
it's a 4-way.
Mia beats Shayna, and Io just kills her on TV like super quick and is a heel champion, and Candice can chase that.
I would like to see Candice chase Io in that position. However, I think maybe making it, I know they've done the 4-way and the multiple already, but Mia Yim, Shayna Baszler, Candice, Io would also be really good. But I guess you can't really, they're not involved in the title.
I just find it's like the matches are usually pretty fun, but just storyline wise, it gets very messy and murky when you do that. Because you have 2 personal feuds. It kind of, it weirdly sort of baby faces Shayna against Io, but then Shayna's the heel against Mia, and then I don't know. I prefer them separate.
I want to see Io be the main baddie here because the character already is so much more to it than last week. I was talking about how I didn't like Mia Yim's. It kind of seems forced. This is like she barely said anything, and I'm already more invested in it. Less is more sometimes, you know. Less is more. I know that if I was a wrestler, though, I would come out with like strobe lights.
Oh yeah,
it would look cool. It looks cool with the black everything. I dig it. Dig it. Next, we go to something I didn't really dig, actually. It's the Velveteen Dream press conference. Did you know that was a thing?
I did do now.
Yes. Velveteen Dream is holding a press conference in a room somewhere in Full Sail University, in the hall, I should say.
Wearing a very nice hat.
He looked very nice. Yeah. He always does. The title, the North American Championship, is propped up in front of him. Looks beautiful. It's a great-looking title, too, by the way, the North American. Velveteen Dream says, "The Dream hears the murmurs. The Dream hears the rumors. And I'm here to discuss that. So please, any interviewers, ask your questions now." So it's like a scrum. It's a press conference. It's weird. They didn't really set this up, and they just kind of threw it at us. One of the interviewers says, there's some speculation over who your next challenger might be. The Dream cuts him off and says, "The Dream did not approve that question. Next question." And we hear another voice, and it's obviously Kathy Kelly's voice. And she says that recently Roderick Strong has been calling you out over and he cuts Queen Kathy, as he calls her. He says, "The Dream has to ask you to relax, Queen Kathy. See, Roderick Strong is not ready. Roderick Strong is not deserving." This felt really weird to me. This felt like really not the quality Dream is usually giving us. I thought.
Do you feel it was just kind of sort of forcing a feud?
Yeah.
In a way, like they didn't have enough time to like build this.
We've talked about NXT. The storytelling in NXT is usually the best, but lately it's like lazy.
Yeah, I've been a bit checked out, to be honest.
Yeah. Because look, you want Velveteen Dream. Roddy pinned him recently. Roddy pinned him
in a tag. I believe. Yeah.
Roddy gets a title shot. That's how it works in wrestling, right? Roddy gets a title shot. You have Velveteen Dream here doing a weird press conference, which we weren't like told about, and like they always do the scrums in NXT, so it wasn't really a press conference. It's just him doing a scrum. You could have had Roddy interrupt this. You could have just had Velveteen being interviewed by Kathy. Roddy comes in and goes, "Hey, I pinned you."
Well, I feel they do this a lot in NXT, where it's just keeping a feud in your mind. They'll probably do something bigger next week.
Sure.
There's only so many characters you can actually have in an hour every week, and I think it just makes you go, "Oh yeah, Roddy and Dream is potentially a thing, and then next week maybe shoot more of an angle.
Because like that's a match I really want to see. I do know where this is heading, and I'm excited. I just felt like you could have heated this up in wrestling. The easiest thing to heat something up, you have two guys fight, you pull them apart. Oh my God, there's a feud, dude.
We do have a month though.
Yeah,
we've got a month more of TV before Takeover.
I just thought it was weird that Velveteen Dream is usually really entertaining and good in these things. He's one of my favorites, and I just thought this was really weak for NXT. Yeah.
Okay.
So Velveteen Dream talking trash to Roderick Strong. We'll see where that goes. We next go to a matchup. The screen lights up in fire and says, "Live forever." It is Damian Priest. It's a very Baron Corbin intro, don't you think?
Yes.
The theme song, I think we mentioned that, but like the theme song, the Titantron, his look, it's very Baron Corbin. When Baron Corbin didn't shave his head, when he still had the skullet. Damian Priest, he comes out, he shoots the arrow at the thing, it lights up his name in fire. It looks really cool. He's like Hawkeye. He comes down. Fun thing we just show. Let's talk about the enhancement talent, the jobbers on this show. We've had such great people, such as JC and Chris.
Yeah.
Hagenberg, what's his name?
Eric Bugenhagen, and then our favorite from the other week. What was his name? With that fantastic ring gear.
Nikos Rikos.
Nikos Rikos. He's winning an award this year.
Just when you thought they couldn't top Nikos Rikos, here we have Blanco Loco. That is correct.
Was it Blanco Loco? I've got Blanco Lanco, but I don't know what I heard.
Blanco Loco.
I just assume all NXT jobbers rhyme.
Yeah, they tried to with this. I did find this guy's Twitter.
Oh, yeah?
I try to find every jobber right away on Twitter. And I found him. He's in a stable. He's actually usually wears a mask, and he wasn't wearing a mask here. So they demasked him. They unmasked him for NXT. That's crazy. So Blanco Loco, they mentioned he was trained by the Wild Samoans. But as they're telling me this, he gets kicked in the head from Damian Priest, and it's all over before it even began. Blanco Loco gets a huge, he gets punched and beat. But Damian Priest hits like a Falcon Arrow, but it's more like a Falcon Arrow toss. He throw like the suplex toss, but it's also like this. He sits out. It looked really cool. The size difference here obviously helped that a lot. It wasn't really much here, to be real. There was a lariat, another lariat, and a Trouble in Paradise, which he calls, I think, drawing the bow.
Okay. Now
is what they're calling that. And the Reckoning, which is the what is it? Roll the dice, the crossroads.
Yeah.
And Blanco Loco loses here. So poor Blanco Loco. Don't you know I'm loco? Damian Priest still hasn't really done much for me.
I think I think he looks very impressive. I think some of his moves are cool. He looks cool. I can see, just as you said, a better Baron Corbin.
He is.
But I see him being in that position where people are just a bit indifferent. He's going to be a semi-top guy. I hope I'm wrong, because I think this guy is cool.
Right.
I just can't see it connecting completely. And I don't know why. I don't really know why I think that. It's just a kind of gut feeling.
Yeah, no. He's always proved me wrong in Ring of Honor. He's always had really good matches. He's just not the guy.
Yeah.
For me.
Sure.
But again, this is developmental, so maybe
I do want to say though, if we ever do like a Tailgate 2, I want it to be sort of like Starcast, but just with NXT jobbers.
So we get Blanco Loco, JC and Chris,
Nikos Rikos is the main event.
Yeah, you can't have it without him. That's pretty
we'll have to go back and have a look at the names, but
wow, that's a lot of.
Wouldn't that be great?
That'd be crazy.
Nikos Rikos at Mario Kart.
Who do you think Nikos Rikos plays in Mario Kart?
Well, it would be one of those weird new ones, is it Ed or something like that?
Ralph. And he'd make his car with the Greece flag on the front. Can you do that? I don't know.
He tried to get Luigi to take his one strap down.
I just forgot about Nikos Rikos, and you had to bring it back into my head. Only in wrestling where you tune in and you see a guy come out half with a thing half on. I'm looking forward to seeing more of Blanco Loco in the near future. Someone we will see in the near future, probably sooner rather than later, Killian Dane. He's still in a attic somewhere watching old tapes, but now we know what he's watching. He tells us that it's time. Our stories are being heard. I can tell you stories. I can tell you about my house being set on fire while we were still inside. I can tell you about the gang violence, the armored cars. I can tell you how I can't hear out of one ear because of a car bomb that went off on my street. I can tell you that I am the last survivor of my high school class. I can tell you that I carry these stories. I wear them like a badge of honor. He also says, I will breathe on your face. I'm just saying what he said. Everything I had has been taken away. I will take everything and anything I want. Killian Dane coming soon to NXT. Coming back soon to NXT. I thought this was cool. I really like the fact that you're already kind of mentioning, because before they didn't mention any of this stuff. He's just watching shit in an attic to me. And now he's explaining what he was watching.
Yeah, it was the unrest in Ireland growing up.
It's true. I kind of dig it. It already makes me go, okay, sure.
I'm now interested to see what he's going to be positioned as, because I thought originally he'd be coming in as a heel and just kill people.
Sure.
But this kind of how can, like, I survived terrorist attacks as a kid. I survived school shootings as a kid. Like, that's not a heel gimmick. You can't.
I guess.
I'm just interested to see where he is positioned.
Does he mean like his whole? How many kids were in your high school class of graduating? That's a lot of people. Does he mean like one class, like 20 people?
Ireland is different. Like, I know people who went to school in Ireland who had like 100 kids in the whole school.
Okay.
Right. Like, my school had 3,000 kids. Like, it was a big school.
Yeah. So he's saying like his class. I'm imagining he had a class of 20 people. And he's the only one that's still alive. I'm not imagining 3,000 people.
No.
20, which is still crazy.
Yeah.
If true. I mean, it's wrestling.
Yeah.
Take it for what it is, but cool line there. But interesting.
I think I mentioned last week I'd like to see him and Keith Lee maybe as a first feud.
That's what went in my mind.
I think that would be really cool. I'd almost like to see him debut at Takeover, just make some sort of impact.
Sure. I would like to see him come. I also find it's interesting. He's talking about Ireland. He's not debuting on NXT UK.
Yeah, true.
But I'm not mad at that because have you noticed a lot of those guys look exactly the same
in NXT UK?
Yeah, including Killian Dane. Oh, you're a big
hairy
dude with a beard.
Also, I think it's keeping sanity as far apart from each other. You've got Alexander Wolf in a sort of big main event angle.
Sure.
There with Imperium. You've got Eric Young sitting at home. You've got Nikki Cross on both Raw and SmackDown in a pretty big women's angle at the moment.
Yeah.
I think it's just keep them separate and have him as a brand new character.
Okay, but why did you say he's gonna breathe on my face? What does that mean? Breathe on your face.
Ask Irish Sarah. See, it might be an Irish thing.
Inside joke. I'm interested in seeing where that goes. I did like this. This kind of saved it for me. I was getting a little bored of it. You can't just show me a guy watching things, but now he's explained what he's doing, so it makes sense.
Yeah, I feel we don't really need any more of these. We just need a big debut now.
Keith Lee.
I think so.
Yeah, I would like to see that. Next, we go to the third match in the breakout tournament. The NXT breakout tournament continues. We've seen some new faces, and we're going to see some new ones right now. Boa is here. Big Bad Boa from China. His theme is Liddy. His theme is sick. It's like this Chinese, is it like a mandolin or something? And then like it turns into like a trap hip hop track. It's sick. I would totally listen to that jam. He says in his little insert promo here, Boa, he says that he is from Beijing and that this is his chance to bring honor to his country of China. He also says that he is a huge jiu-jitsu champion back home in China. So he looks like he would kill someone, in my opinion. And they also, I think it's Morrow mentions that he also owns a CrossFit gym back in China. So next time Seth Rollins is over there, you can stop by.
He's got a place,
you can go by. That seems. Have you ever done CrossFit?
No. I know people who are super into it.
Yeah.
I think it's a lifestyle.
Sure. We live different lifestyles than those people. He will be facing another new face, but some of you may recognize him. Jordan Miles, formerly known as ACH. He is from Austin, Texas. He's been wrestling for 13 years. He says, I've been fighting 13 years. You better fight these tears. His theme song is very lit as well. He comes out with like a vest on, kind of like Kushida. He's got the Naruto headband around his neck. He's definitely going for the Xavier Woods thing that Xavier Woods did when he came to NXT.
Yeah.
He says, I really like this. That's what I'm going to make my character. It's going to change for Jordan Miles. I'll tell you right now. He has a move that's based off Dragon Ball Z that they named later. That's not going to work. We've already seen people try this.
Yeah.
Don't do that. Don't stick with, I like anime. That's my gimmick. It's not, go for it. But I love ACH. I watched him a bunch in, New Japan? He was like in the Super Juniors a bunch. Yeah. He's fantastic. And I'll say that I think they got something with him. I'm glad that he's here in NXT. So it is now Boa versus Jordan Miles. Now, the crowd always used to chant "Go, go, go, ACH" or "Go, ACH" and stuff like that. Instantly, some people in the crowd started chanting "Go, Miles, go, 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 Miles," and he caught on to that. He actually changed his Twitter thing now to, instead of "Go, ACH," it's "Go, Miles, go."
Nice.
So he's sticking with the brand. It's like when Kevin Steen changed from Fight. Same thing. So they start off with like a bunch of like, there's a handshake from Miles. Sorry, but Boa doesn't want to shake him, but he does like a bow.
Yeah.
So Miles kind of does the bow, but he always smiles, and he's got a huge smile. It always like it's condescending, like he's smiling, but like smiling because I'm gonna kick you in the head, kind of thing. The match starts. They do like a bunch of wrist locks and kind of like trying to outhold each other. Miles finally breaks out of it by doing like a backflip onto the ropes, and then like a series of backflips in the ring. Just looks crazy. He's like a superhero. It's just insane. He does this like through the legs, like double. He basically like out wrestles him, but it's just really beautiful. He does a double leg takedown, and I don't know the history of his like actual wrestling, but clearly he's very good because he perfectly took down a jiu-jitsu champion here. Looked really cool. But Boa starts hitting him with like roundhouse kicks. I thought Boa wasn't really doing anything for the first little bit of this match. I was kind of like taken back. I'm like, this guy's just like hitting him like, and I'm like, hey, do a move, dude. Like, do something. And then he answered. He started doing like roundhouses. Started hitting with like, he puts Miles in a cravat and starts like kneeing him in the head. It looked crazy. He then sets up ACH in the corner and does like an axe kick to the chest, which knocks him down, which looked really cool. It's the move though when people always hang on. And you hate when people do that, but it looked cool when he hits an axe kick to the chest to knock him down. It looked really nice. He's got some strikes here. He then keeps hitting him with knees and kicks, hits a double arm suplex, but finally Miles fights back, and Jordan Miles hits like a sweep the leg Cobra Kai influence move there. He hits the Destructo disc, is what they called it, the spinning clothesline in the corner, and then which sets up for the Midnight Star, the 450 splash, and go Jordan Miles goes. He beats Boa here in the third match of the breakout tournament.
I don't know if I was in a bad mood watching this.
Okay.
I did not enjoy this show.
Okay.
Top to bottom. I did not enjoy this show.
This was not a good episode.
I thought this match was weak. Like, it wasn't bad, but these should be exhibition matches, which is shining. It should be a 50-50 match. Boa might as well have been squashed by Viking Raiders on Raw. I saw nothing.
Yeah.
He had like a couple of cool kicks, maybe.
Yeah, I didn't get much.
Everyone has cool kick these days. I don't get why they've changed these guys' names. because
It's confusing.
they've had.
I don't like Jordan Miles.
Like
well.
they got away from changing the names, and now people, even if they've never watched New Japan or Ring of Honor or whatever, they've probably heard through just wrestling podcasts and things the names ACH, Shane Strickland, those kind of names.
Right.
They crop up. But now you've changed them. As I've complained about before, that they haven't done much to introduce these people. Apart from like a little picture-in-picture promo beforehand, commentary going, find someone who feels as happy as Miles does about sports entertainment. I don't want to fucking know if you're happy to be there. Just show me good wrestling.
This was the weakest
and
match.
This was the weakest match of the tournament so far. I didn't care about either guy. And I'm like you, I've seen ACH in fantastic matches, but there was nothing exciting about this. Cool, you can do a 450. Everyone can.
Yeah, a lot of people can.
I just started getting really pissed off by now.
I feel like Boa is maybe very green, and that's why.
Maybe. I mean, China hasn't been known for having a
lot of wrestlers.
A lot of wrestlers. They had we had Ho Ho Loon for
God bless Ho Ho Loon.
But I don't know. Maybe he is a bit weaker, and that's why it didn't show off. I'm sure ACH is I know ACH is capable of. Sorry, Jordan Miles.
Yeah.
I just don't get this tournament. Why are you stripping away these things that have made these people known in the past and just dumping them? Like, we're going to see Evolve on Saturday, and I'm sure we're going to have more about these guys than we have in this tournament.
Yeah, I thought this was weak. It just seemed like hit your spots and then get out is what this was to me. I want to see more of each of these guys. I think Boa has something. The gear for me, it kind of took me out of the character because they're telling me he's so badass. He's doing roundhouses, but he's like in some kind of lame looking gear. And I've seen more from ACH.
Yeah.
Like I've seen him in Ring of Honor a bunch, and I'm like, I know you're better than this, but it's just the first thing. And I agree. It was a little lackluster. This whole episode was, but I do like after he pinned Boa, instantly he looks at the camera and he's like laying down still and he puts his fists up and he's smiling. He looks like a heel, but he's not a heel. So I'm a little confused at that. But
yeah,
I'll see where he goes. I bet he goes a little further into the tournament because he's good. But Jordan Miles, ACH. Next week in the breakout tournament. If you didn't like that match, I don't know if you're gonna like next week. It's Dexter Lumis versus Bronson Reed.
Now, I'm not familiar with either of these guys.
Excellent.
I know you are.
Yes.
Isn't Dexter Lumis a TNA guy?
Dexter Lumis, who was Samuel Shaw.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure. I was really excited when they announced this tournament.
Yeah.
And
slowly fading.
I'm not digging it.
Yeah. They could have done it a little bit better. It just seems like they already don't care.
Yeah, you mentioned earlier that what was the point in that Dream promo this week? Take that out. Give me 2 more minutes just on these guys.
Sure. You could also take this out. It's Shayna Baszler backstage. She now is in a media scrum. Oh, wow. They still do these things here. It's the exact same thing that Dream did, except he called his a press conference. It's the same fucking thing. It doesn't make fucking sense. Someone asked Shayna, I believe it was Stokely. He asked Shayna if she has any words for the HBIC. What kind of interviewer would say that? What the fuck? Shayna says that it's the most common story in fighting. If I wasn't fighting, I'd be in jail. Well, it doesn't matter, Mia Yim, because if you step in the ring with me, it's tap, nap, or snap. And she walks off.
I actually like this. This was my favorite bit of the show so far. Honestly, I like the line. If I didn't find fighting, I would have been in jail. I thought it was short and sweet to the point.
It's really mean to say that to someone.
Short and sweet to the point. I'm gonna fucking kill you.
I did laugh at that line because watching a lot of fighting in my years, I worked at the Fight Network. That's a really common story.
It's the same with like police, the army, all those. A lot of people I was either gonna be in prison or put people in prison.
Yeah.
So I completely believe it. I think she looks like a badass. She's always a badass in the ring. She needs to ditch the other two.
See, Shayna's cool, but she's not as cool as Io Shirai. So
We'll
I'm
see,
just not
we'll
as
see.
interested in that Mia Yim spot anymore. I don't think.
I think they kind of ruined it a bit by having this match twice already.
Yeah, maybe that's why I'm like, seen it.
I think if you kept them apart for a long time and this was the first time they were meeting, and I feel they're kind of just they're doing the main roster thing. Just forget that happened. That never happened.
Oh, they'd love doing that. I will say that Shayna is more confident. She's more like it's coming off like it's actually her. Like I'm talking about how I said Mia Yim is very forced to me. This is the opposite for Shayna now. She seems very confident.
Oh, I completely.
And Shayna's grown on me over the past while, so she's coming into her own, and she doesn't need the two horsewomen. They weren't here. And look, you loved it. She doesn't need them. So maybe that's a sign of things to come in the future for Shayna Baszler. We get a vignette here. It starts off in the Performance Center. We have Keith Lee. He's talking to us about how it's almost been a year since he's joined NXT. I believe you said that last week. You're like, hey, hasn't he been here for like a year already? What the fuck? He says that I faced freaks, I've faced knockout artists, I've faced all types, but I've never been the chosen one. Then it shows clips of him, a lot of Evolve clips actually. He was a pretty big name there. Clips of him all through the independent scene. He says that in year 2, things are going to be a lot different. I'm going to make some changes. I want to be the one. I will be the main event. I will be infinite. So I believe he's dropping Limitless and adding the moniker Infinite.
The Infinite Keith Lee.
Infinite Keith Lee. I like this promo because he's just telling us actual facts.
Yeah.
He was a very big draw in the indies. He was a lot of people's prospect, be like, wow, that guy's going to be huge. They put him in the crowd at a takeover. What happened after that? Where did you go after that? And that's pretty much what he just said. So
what did you think of his T-shirt? You noticed what it was, right?
Yeah, it was Dragon Ball Z.
Oh, I took it as a New Japan
It's a New Japan mixed with Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah.
Another guy who loves anime here. Dragon Ball Z references are everywhere today on NXT. It was a knockoff of a New Japan logo, but with the dragon from Dragon Ball Z in the middle center. Yeah. I used to watch that show a lot. I can't remember the actual character from it, but I like Keith Lee. And I think he's right. He's got every right to be that kind. Like, realistically, he should turn heel, I guess, but he's not a heel guy.
They've been hinting at that. There was the week you went to New York, and you missed the show.
Right.
He did a promo where he was basically just pissed off and was like, basically saying, I was meant to be on this takeover card, and now I'm not.
Yeah.
Like, I'm mad.
Right.
And it was a heelish promo, and then I think he got injured straight after that and was for a bit. So, yeah, I'm confused what his character is meant to be at the moment.
They show clips of him and Dijak. That was the match that we were supposed to get, and we never got it. I still want to see that match.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate. Where do you put Keith Lee?
We haven't seen. Oh, Dijak's injured as well.
However, this made me realize that maybe Triple H, he's killing the indies. As everyone says, Triple H, the WWE, they're killing the indies. Maybe Triple H is just so fucking smart that he's like, yo, my Garganos and my Coles and everyone are only going to be here for so long. I got to snatch these main guys up so that way I have solid takeover. Like, he doesn't want any lulls anymore.
No.
He can't. You can't. Yeah. Like, with competition and shit now, you can't. You can't have shitty takeovers. And they haven't had one in a long time.
Yeah, you look back at some of those early takeovers.
They were bad.
And you have, like, Rhino versus Baron Corbin, and stuff like that, which I remember being okay at the time, but he's got that formula, the 5 awesome matches thing, and you're right. As soon as some people go, it's like this guy's ready. This guy's ready.
Yeah, so I feel like Keith Lee will be a prominent character in NXT. He says here at the end, I will be the main event. You're probably right, dude. He'd probably give him. I don't want to say another whole year, but within a year, he will be having someone will be like, wow, did you see that Keith Lee match? You have to check it out because I feel like he will deliver. And I haven't even watched a lot of this guy. Yeah. And I just believe it in what he's saying. I believe what he was saying. So Good mic skills too. He's getting better at that as well. I felt like it's still the character that's missing for him. The guy who comes out in the weird top and just poses and basks in his glory.
Yeah.
That's not enough for me right now.
No.
I need something more. But
just a feud. Like it was unfortunate, the whole situation with Dijak, because that was really both of their first feuds.
I know,
and it's kind of back to the drawing board.
I can't wait till he comes back though. We're gonna see that match eventually.
I hope so. Yeah.
We get a weird thing here. William Regal, he has an announcement, but he announces it while he's like caught off guard in like the parking lot earlier today. He says that superstars from all WWE, from Raw, SmackDown, 205 Live, it doesn't matter from where, but they are all trying to come to NXT because they want to fight Kushida. Yeah. So, next week, SmackDown superstar Apollo Crews will be here at NXT to face Kushida next week. Next week, Kushida versus Apollo Crews.
Regal listened to Owen's promo.
Yeah.
So week after is Liv Morgan versus Kushida, right?
Yeah.
I really like this gimmick. I like until they've got something solid for Kushida, he's going to take on someone from every brand. So I assume we're going to have a WWE UK guy. We'll have a Raw guy.
Who would you take from UK?
UK, Tyler Bate.
Oh no, Tyler Bate's too. You can't. Tyler Bate should be on Raw already. Tyler Bate needs to like.
I just think that'll be a fun exhibition match.
But then Tyler Bate's got to kill him.
I think this is I think this is great for Apollo Crews as well. Apollo Crews, I used to watch a bunch in the Indies. He used to come to the UK all the time.
Sure.
And he was always one of the main attractions. Uha Nation.
Well, Regal just told us that he's a SmackDown superstar.
Yeah.
You didn't know that? Has he been on SmackDown?
He's been doing a bit recently.
I'm pretty sure the last time I saw him, he lost in like 10 seconds to someone. Yeah.
But no, I think this should be a fun match. Kushida still hasn't quite sold himself on NXT TV yet. But I do like this gimmick of just going through
the international flair. Everyone wants to fight him.
He's not got a match at Evolve, has he?
No.
I think that would have been
who? Apollo?
No, Kushida.
Oh, okay.
I thought that would have been cool for that card.
We'll run down that card before we end the show. But so Apollo Crews versus Kushida is next week. But that's not all. They then announced that next week, the culmination of the Adam Cole undisputed celebration, next week, Adam Cole will defend the NXT Championship. We don't know who.
Oh, we do. Nikos Ricos.
Say Johnny Gargano's dad. Frank Gargano. That's who he's going to face. Adam Cole will defend his championship next week on NXT. Now let's go to the main event of the evening. The NXT Tag Team Championship match. The Street Profits versus Danny Burch and Oney Lorcan. I mentioned Oney Lorcan has had a busy week as well with the match on 205 Live, which was crazy. But he's been killing it on 205. And then we have the Street Profits that are chilling on Raw, just talking shit about everyone and doing old catchphrases. Then just poor Danny Burch is just working the NXT Florida house show circuit, I guess. Beth Phoenix, I guess, only stands out when I want to laugh because she made me laugh out loud with this line. It's when Danny Burch and Oney Lorcan are getting into the ring. She says, "Look at these two guys. They look like two guys in a pub looking for a fight."
I wrote this down, but I put Renee. I
laughed so hard. I was like, what? What are you talking about?
And then Moro goes, "Yeah, well, a bite and a fight is a hell of a night." They need that on a shirt.
A bite
and a fight is a hell of a night.
What does that even mean?
It means eating a bit of food. A fight is a hell of a night. Wow. They need it like a shirt, but designed as the Weatherspoons menu.
What?
Weatherspoons, it's chain of pubs, but Danny Burch definitely goes.
Okay. Yeah. And he fights in it.
He fights. There's a fight. He goes to Monday Night Curry Club, and then
that sounds good.
Yeah, I think it's Mondays.
You gotta go to the hub. in Japan. They have the British pubs. They're called the hubs.
Right.
And like that's where all like the foreigners, the Westerners who can speak English go to, and that's where you'll meet people who speak English. It's
Okay.
called the hubs, but they look exactly like those like British. The logo is like
right.
Yeah. So if you didn't know, Danny Burch and Oni Lorcan, they're the two type of guys who go into pubs and fight people. I don't know about you, if like I go to a pub, I'm trying to enjoy my night. I'm not trying to fight.
Yeah.
So Beth Phoenix has two. She has talking normally and then her commentator voice.
Yeah.
Because something tells me when she's at home chilling with Edge, she isn't like, "Hey Adam, can you please pass the pepper and salt?" No, that's not how you talk.
No.
So why don't you talk like normal on the thing? It should be like, "Oh, these two guys, they go to pubs. No, you know what? They shouldn't say that anyway. Just say they like to fight and that they deserve the title opportunity. We already know who they are watching this show.
Yeah.
You don't need to tell us who they are." I just laughed so hard at them. I don't know. Went on a little tangent there. I'm sorry. Street Profits versus Danny Burch and Oni Lorcan, NXT tag team titles. The match starts off with sportsmanship. And the crowd started chanting it. I know that's your favorite.
Sportsmanship.
Sportsmanship. The match starts, and Angelo Dawkins is gator rolling with Oni Lorcan. He's just rolling around. He's like, "Oh, dog, we rolling, dog. We rolling. We rolling." And I quite enjoyed that. They double flapjack, the Street Profits double flapjack Danny Burch, and then they double flapjack Oni Lorcan on top of him. Mauro Ranallo calls Danny Burch the governor and Oni Lorcan the Boston Butcher. Yeah. They should put those on t-shirts. Those are way cooler things than the guys who fight in pubs and family restaurants. That's a gimmick. They're fighting around the world today, but you just fight in pubs.
See them walk into Gabby's and I'm like, "Whoa, boys, come on now.
You're not allowed in here."
People are just trying to enjoy their wings.
They're like, 1, 2, 1, 2. You're like, "No, stop.
Who wants to go?"
I bet Danny Burch is such a lovely person.
They both look like really nice guys.
They want to fight. There's the double flapjacks, and then there's a double world's greatest splash, or the bonsai drop, if you will, which looked really cool. Shout out to Shelton and Haas. Burch starts getting upset, so he starts like beating on Hawkins. It's like a heel turn, but not a full heel turn, like mid-match. He like gets upset essentially and starts like letting his anger out